Dear Lord, we lift all the families in California up to you that are being affected by the fires right now. So many people getting displaced out of their homes, and people have lost their lives and lost all their stuff, Lord. And that can be really hard times, and especially the lives lost. And we just lift all those families to you, Father, and the people who are fighting the fires. We ask for their safety, Lord. Give them guidance and wisdom and in how they need to do what they need to do, and keep them safe. We ask your protection over them, Father.
Yes, Lord, and I just ask that you would help them to rebuild, and some of them, lost, lifelong savings, into these homes, and God, I just pray that they would find you actually through all of this, and that they would find the peace that you can provide. Yes, and we love you, God. We pray in your Son's name, in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Well, man, yeah, that's been some crazy news to be watching all that. I know some people, and obviously being from there, not right from that area, but like a couple of blocks away, really.
Right. Yeah.
all the neighborhoods, all the cities touch.
Yeah.
And so, it's devastating what's going on there with the fires.
Yeah.
So
horrible, man.
So we are praying for you guys, and
sure.
Our thoughts are with you. And,
not just empty words. We're actually praying for you guys. I've been praying for them every morning and every afternoon. Every time I see something on the news, man.
Same here. I see a little blurb on Instagram about it. I just kind of like, oh man, quick little prayer, man, because it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
God's listening and He answers. Yeah. It's nice to be back, man. I haven't been on a React in like forever, it seems like.
I know, man. It's at least we try to get all three of us on here whenever we can, but at least we get two of us on here, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So man, but what do you got over there? You got something sitting.
I got some papers here. Yeah. So I've finally been doing some CAD work. I guess that's blurry there. I'll hold it over here. So we're finally been working on the wheels for the Maniac for Jim's 62 Mercury. I modeled up the 20s that are on there where they fit, but we would want a little more clearance and where we want those 18s to sit. So
I guess a little background on this. So Ryan made it to SEMA this last November last year, because we're in January now, but made some good contacts and connected with a wheel company who agreed to work with us on a full one-off custom design wheel.
Yeah.
So that's where we're actually creating this wheel for the 62 Mercury. And this is a side of Ryan that I haven't really seen much. I've known of this side, but this is the first time I'm actually seeing the brains working in that. So,
yeah. Well, there's more to come. It'll get a lot better than these. Cryptic
I'm still waiting to see the cup holder for the 49.
Well, that one's going to be even
better.
That was
2 years ago we talked.
We're going to model it, and I have a printer now, so I'm going to print it.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That'll be a neat one. We just got to sit down and sketch it up quick, get the napkin out.
Yeah, that'll be cool. Well, guys, welcome back. This is Maniacs React. This is a little segment on our channel where we pull up few vehicles that we've posted on our Instagram page. Yeah. And we kind of react to it, if you will. Usually we pull cars that we like, that are kind of, our style in some way. But then we also throw in a little bonus at the end that may or may not be something that we're thrilled about. But it's fun. It's always fun. It's always a fun one.
So. It's a free-for-all. It is a fun one.
And then we do a three-way kind of a rating on it, Can you actually explain the rating? Do you still remember? It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. It is. If we really like it, that's on the limiter. Just wah, bop, bop, bop. Really like it. Mid-playing, it's like, yeah, it's okay. Not really my thing, but I like it. I appreciate it. It's a cruiser.
It's a cruiser.
That's something, we'd roll it. It'd be fun, but...
And then if it's...
Yeah, if we don't really care for that's a cranker.
That's a cranker.
Like it doesn't go.
It won't even start. It won't even start on our chart. So So let's get started. Let's jump right into this thing. I think we have a really good lineup for vehicles today.
Yeah, we've got some cool ones.
And so I'm just gonna let it rip. I'm gonna go with this first one right here.
Yeah, and I heard you got to see this one in person.
I did, dude. This is not the shot that I did in person. The next one will be, but it's a pretty wild piece, dude. It's a Ford Mustang that's cut into a truck.
A truck.
It's a truck, but it's more than a truck. Because look at that.
That was diesel.
Bellowing smoke, bro.
That's awesome. That's not Weston's diesel Mustang.
No.
This is
the truck version of that.
Demolition Matt's Mustang.
And that's where I saw it.
Oh, okay.
At Cletus's Freedom Factory when I went out there.
Super cool.
And so that is actually this shot right here.
Okay.
So I was walking through the infield on the racetrack there, and the day before, and they had it set up with all the vendors.
Nice.
And they were there, and so had the car on display, and I got to kind of walk around it and really check it out. And
I think it's crazy looking, man.
It's a beast, dude. It's such a beast. Compound turbo setup is what I think it was on there, and then he had it out there ripping too, and when they did some of the demo stuff with the burnout stuff. But
looks like the body's a little rough, kind of ratty, kind of Maniacs.
It is. It's got all the juices right out of the exhaust right there, just still there on the side. But it's perfect.
Bunch of dead dinos right along the side of it.
It looks right. It looks correct. You know what I really appreciate about this thing? Well, there's a lot of things I appreciate about this thing, but the proportions of a Mustang cut into a truck actually work.
It does usually, yes.
It really does.
And that one looks nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of has a
looks
ranchero.
like a small ranchero. That's what I was just gonna say. Yeah.
We're sick minds are alike, but it does have a kind of a ranchero look to it,
like a mini ranchero. It's a Ranger Ranchero.
Hey, yeah, dude, it's really cool. Massive radiator back there.
Oh yeah.
Big huge wing. Double
wing,
just for fun.
Just
I'm
for
sure.
Fun, yeah.
It's just that little outrageous.
Some modern LED headlights.
Yep,
with the halos on them.
And then it's got cool, like the classic, rally stripe kind of look on it. With the red and white. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's rad, dude. I like it. Do we even have to rate what this is? It's like one of those things that's a shoe-in. Like, I don't even think we need to go up, which is, I just did.
On the limiter, yes.
It's on the limiter,
That's
bro.
where we both are. We know it.
And it sounds cool, too, when it's up there. Right? So, it's a sweet ride.
Did you see it burn out then?
I did.
Did Weston have his diesel Mustang out there, too?
No, I did not see that one out there.
Mm-mm. That would have been pretty funny to have the new Mustang diesel and the old Mustang diesel out there.
Yeah, there were a bunch of guys out there from like Australia with their crazy burnout cars.
Right.
And they put on a really cool show.
They were at
huge
SEMA
supercharger,
too.
big butt catcher sticking up on the thing, and just they're really cool.
Maybe Weston didn't get his running yet from because this was shortly after SEMA. Weston
it was like 1 week after,
and he ended his at SEMA by getting out of the car with it smoking and dumping fluids on the ground. So he may not have had it to Florida like he had originally planned. So who knows?
Yeah, and I mean, it may have been there. I thought I saw everything there for those 2 days, but I don't know. Could have missed it maybe, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So
no worries.
Yeah, well, next I think we're gonna go hop over to our sponsor of the week.
Who's that goofy looking guy up there?
Who's that studly man right there? Dang it, Ryan, that looks like you.
That is me.
Why don't you tell us what you're holding in your hand there?
I am the Restorer tool, but it's battery powered. So he's got a cordless Restorer.
The new version of the Restorer.
Yeah.
So fun fact though, guys, first is that this Restorer tool, we actually used 2 of these, the corded version ones, to strip the entire paint off of the 49 Ford body swap BMW. And it went just like that.
Yeah, you can see I did this little spot really quick. Look at my reflection in there. And that was literally like 2.5 minutes to do that little section is all. And
it's pretty sweet.
Cleaned up so nice.
Pretty sweet. So you can have the cordless or the corded one. Comes with all types of different rollers. So that looks like the Scotch pad one that you might have on there.
Yeah, 120 grit alternating Scotch Brite and sandpaper.
Nice. And then they have the a little more hardcore, more coarse.
Just the paint removal brush, and then they've got a 240 as well, the Scotch Brite to shine it up. And I noticed they even have a 400 grit now to really polish something nice.
Oh yeah, and now they just started offering this case, handy dandy carrying case.
The Sustainer.
The Sustainer. Hey, why don't we talk about the Restorer and the Sustainer, the names?
Yes.
So, okay, I'll talk about it. So, Robert Kundell, I think I'm pronouncing that right, last name. So, dude's super cool. He's out of the Midwest, and this is his kind of a side project. This is not his main company. So, I don't know in full detail as to what he does. Second generation, big company, does well. And he came up with this idea. It was really a see a need, fill a need kind of thing, right? So they needed to clean their product, their equipment. And so they kind of ended up developing this tool, perfecting this tool, I should say, because I think this tool exists out there in a couple different forms, but they perfected it for this. And so he called it the Restorer. And he called it the Restorer because he is a born-again believer. And Jesus Christ is the Restorer, right?
His slogan, making old things new.
Yep, that's his slogan. And then he's using proceeds, I think it's all proceeds from this particular company, towards I don't know if it's a respite or something
like
for
a retreat.
Like a retreat for pastors in the country.
That's awesome.
So
that's awesome.
Big, huge, lofty goals, and it's cool.
And now he's got the Sustainer.
And now the holder is called the Sustainer, which again, he is the Restorer and the Sustainer. So brilliant job, Robert. You're doing a really cool thing, and we're totally in agreement with it. And we love your support for our channel. The tool actually is amazing. So
it really is.
It's really easy to endorse this product.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So and you can find them at Inventor of the Restorer on Instagram, and then
www.restorertools.com on the web.
There you go.
If you got to ask him a question, reach out to him. He's very responsive. Just tell him the Maniacs sent you.
Yeah. We're in touch with them quite often online, so it's very cool. Are you ready for the next guy?
Yeah, man. Let's check it out. I don't even know what it is.
Oh yeah. You know what
I know what this is. This thing's awesome, man. This is right up my own alley. We've featured quite a few Trars on here. I like this one. This one's so clean, man.
Trar. I still don't like that saying.
You don't like that word?
I don't know. That's
it's a thing, man.
But this thing is way more than a car. Car.
This is not your typical 1980s Camaro body on a pickup truck.
Yeah. Do you know what body that is?
I don't. I was thinking Mustang, but
no,
the proportions
it does look like Mustang.
The proportions are a little squashed for it.
Yeah.
So is it a Nissan?
It's a 240SX.
Okay.
Yep. So it's a 240SX. So the guy, Jake and Bake, 127 on Instagram. So he builds pretty cool stuff like drift car stuff, JDM stuff, and then this is, I guess, been a thing that he's been working on for like 3 years. And he likes building things that are. I think his thing is that build things that are out of the norm, not their normal habitat, So it's a 240SX drift car, but it's actually a trophy truck.
Yeah, long travel
trophy truck, And I got some more footage of it too, so check it out. So I love it, dude. It's got the full-on trophy truck bedsides. I don't know if he made those from scratch or
two
if
spare
he
tires
used,
in back standing up with the straps over them.
Yeah, and check out the travel, dude. I mean, he's got the beams on the front, like Ford. I don't know, too much about it, but looks like the independent beams, right? And what a cool looking project, man.
Heck yeah,
super cool.
Lots of lights too. I love lots of
lights. and cool the way they're done, with the little supports and everything. I mean, it looks like a legit, trophy truck. Setup, right?
And the way that suspension was working, it looks like a legit trophy truck setup.
Yeah, I can only imagine how much money is in this thing, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of work in it. He does a lot of his own work, I think, but there's still just a lot of cash to get something like this going.
Yeah. I wonder what engine he's got in that.
You know what? I did not do the research on that. I don't know.
Oh, it's a Turbo LS2.
There you go.
So it gets it and goes, man. We looked up in a comment if you didn't know what I was clicking on there for a second. I just happened to see a post on the side of, you can't see it, you see the picture, but it says what engine was in it. So I clicked it, see if he replied, and
nice.
LS2. So yeah, good old Chevy power.
Turbocharged, and
so it's gonna get the job done, dude.
And then some, right?
Yeah, it's gonna have some go to it.
What a cool setup, though, dude. It just makes me think. Just really makes me want to get out there and get that Volvo torn up already before too many things. Like not this, and we're not doing this, but it's gonna have a similar feelish.
Yeah,
Yeah. And so I was looking at the bedsides on this thing. I'm wondering if he fabbed them from scratch, or if they're like a Ford Ranger bedside, and then it did some stuff to get it to match up to the body line of the door.
It could be a front fender even.
I don't know. They're huge. I mean, the front fenders are obviously made from something to grafted it on. It almost looks like a full bedside because it's got the taillight, indentations in it like you would on a trophy truck from, they pulled the mold off of a bed and then they flared it out and they made the glass parts off of it. Yeah. So I wonder if it's something like that.
Ranger bedside or something. Yeah.
It'd be interesting. We should ask them because we've chatted before. We posted this on our page and give them credit because we always do when we can. Every once in a while we don't if we don't know whose it is.
Right.
But
usually we ask if anybody knows.
That's true.
Tag them, let us know.
That's true.
Yeah.
So look at this thing though, dude.
Good job, Jake and Bake. Awesome ride.
Yeah, dude, it's beautiful. I wonder if those are like 37s, probably.
Looks like it.
Which I think is probably a pretty good size for that business there. Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah. And the color's cool because it's a 240SX look like color.
Yeah.
Like it's the proper one for that, but lifted and tube chassised out.
I wonder if there's any 240 left besides just the kind of the cab, if you will.
I gotta let you in on something. I really like pre-runner stuff for a long time, so I've always been to lowered, street trucks and compact cars and all that stuff back, long time ago, and not a lot of American stuff. That's why, when we built the 49 Ford, I really wanted the American flavor mixed in with the JDM and the Euro, into it. But I always had a thing for trophy trucks. I've had a few trucks that were slightly lifted and kind of slightly done, but never gone this far, because the trucks I have are usually my dailies. And doing real estate, like the last 20 years, just wouldn't have been practical to roll up in a trophy truck.
Just go show a house.
Although, man, some of those luxury pre-runners are out there.
Oh, those things are awesome, dude.
Like 500 thou.
Yeah.
For this. Yeah. Like that would have been a cool real estate truck.
Yeah.
Pull up.
Yeah. Chris has a cool
AC.
one. Our buddy Kit's got a really nice one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
These guys got some awesome ones.
Yeah. Really, really cool. So,
I don't know, man. We need to rate. We're gonna go ahead.
I mean, because we have to. It's a formality.
Right.
I mean, I know we skipped through the last one because it was like
you still kind of did
it had to,
but it's like.
But this one's another one of those that.
Yeah. Just
why don't you do it?
On the limiter, man.
I'm in agreement, 100%. You guys let us know what you think in the comments, and make sure you guys reach out or check out these guys on Instagram. This guy's at Jake_N_Bake 127. So Jake and Bake, which is cool. It's a shake and bake.
Yeah, we'll try to put remember to put their tag in the description below so you can go find them.
Yeah, so let's go on to our bonus ride.
Yeah.
Here it is, buddy.
That thing's super cool.
Bonus ride.
Yeah.
So I know a little bit about it.
It's low.
Yeah, I know a little bit about it, and this actually should play a video here. Hopefully,
you clicked on it quite right. Oh yeah.
I did.
It's just slow.
All right, so here it is, man. So it's a BMW.
It is.
Yeah. I really should know what chassis code it is, or at least what model it is.
That's pre-E36, I think.
Yes. Right? Yeah, this is so it actually started life as a 4-door. So I think that's a 5 Series BMW.
Oh, okay.
Probably like late 70, early 80-ish era.
It must be static because he's stuck on basically no rain gutter.
It is static, and it's static because his page. So that's his page is Stance Works. So
heard of that before.
Stance cars, they're typical. Well, maybe not always static, but I think his name's Mike Burrow. He's got a YouTube channel called Stance Works. That's just incredible. The kind of projects that he works on is just wild. So this is way back. This is in the kind of, not the beginnings of his thing, but definitely earlier on in his career. And so this started life as a 4-door, and I don't know if it was chopped. I think it was a progression of years of kind of, working on it and such. And he was like pretty early pioneer in bare steeling it and letting it rust and kind of patinaing a BMW,
Gotcha.
And then I guess the car got pretty far and it was out there. And then I guess the car burned down in like a shop fire or a garage fire or something like that. So it was completely charred out. And he ended up rebuilding it to what it is now. And I think this is still what it pretty much looks like now. This is more current than the other shot of it. So it was at SEMA. I saw it at SEMA one time in person. So that's still the charred roof. You see it? How it's checkered and stuff. But he shortened it and chopped it and, did stuff to it. Yeah. Wide bodied it. And it's got like a really sweet, motor setup. So it's like a true race car, but it's like a rat rod patina body.
It's cool. I dig it.
Yeah.
I like the wide body.
Yeah. So I love those Beamers though with the shark nose, so it's got the negative kind of angle, for the grill. It's a good look. And he's just he's a true BMW guy. He really digs the 5 Series Beamers, and but he's built several things, and the only ones I know of that I followed on his channel was a Ferrari like 308 that he put a Honda K2 like K22 or something like that turbocharged. Yeah. Does a really good job. And then I think currently he's working on a Testarossa that like is just a body, and he's building the whole chassis and power plant and everything.
The one with the Honda motor, that was at SEMA this last year, wasn't it? I missed it. I did not get to see it.
I think it was this year.
It was a lot
this last year.
Yeah, this last year. I heard a lot of people talking about it, but I did not find that one.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people, you ruined a Ferrari. Hey man.
It's Honda motor is 100% better than what was in that car originally. Probably. Funny though, there's a 308, so I'm on Copart all the time right now trying to find a razor for the Volvo project, and I have a few things kind of saved, and so I'm looking at like BMW i8s. I just kind of have a thing for them, so I'm looking at those, and then every once in a while I try to see what else is out there, and there's a 308 out there. It's yellow. I don't know, it's red. I can't remember, and it's like $16K right now. It's like starting, but it's not live yet, out there. But it's an old 308, and I don't know what it's going to go to. It's not really wrecked. It's just
an old car.
Yeah, it's just an old car, and they're not all that sought after, but maybe they are. I don't know.
I like them. I've always liked 308s.
But so this is the bonus car, and this is usually a wild card. You don't know what you get,
Not very many of our wild cards, our bonus cars, are on the limiter.
Not very, no. They're usually kind of cool, but kind of controversial.
Yeah, and this one for me, I'm just gonna go say it, dude. This one's on the limiter for me. I really dig it.
I mean, for sure, dude. And and I gotta say that, though very small influence, I didn't know of this car before we started on the 49, but there was probably a little bit of influence here with kind of the raw, welded, stitched, not fully welded kind of stuff. There was a few other guys that really inspired me, though. One of the other guys was the Mustang Kyle with his Mustang on that C6 or whatever he's on, C5, C6 chassis, and that car was like very unfinished, which took ours a lot further than that. But there's a few, But I'd say this had a little tiny bit of somewhere in the unconscious. It was like
being the slam beamer part of it.
And I wasn't even sure that we're gonna have a BMW underneath it, which really turned out that way. So, which was a totally divine thing in itself on how well it came together. Yeah. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna give this thing a rating, dude, and I'm just gonna have to rate this a on the limiter. Yeah, because it's that cool.
Agree.
So, we kind of came to the end of it. I had some things I wanted to say, and now I can't remember what those things were. to just kind of touch on some things, maybe what we were going to do or what we were doing or where we were going. Maybe it was some stuff on where we were going. Oh, I was going to tell you actually something that I'm kicking around, and so this is not even out anywhere, but I'm kicking around taking the 49. We were invited to a kind of an exclusive entry into an event in SoCal.
I saw an email invite for that. I was going to talk to you tomorrow on the ride to Phoenix about that.
Yeah. So I'm kicking it around, dude. It's in March. It would be probably a solid 3-day weekend to be away, but it's a pretty cool thing. It's like a helos and hot rods, or hot rods and helos, which is like cars and helicopters. So it's like a whole different level of stuff. So I don't know, kicking that one around.
Wild.
But now that you mentioned that we're going tomorrow somewhere, that's a good one. So we're actually cruising up to Phoenix tomorrow to check out an old friend of mine. Has a really cool shop. He makes UTV accessories, amongst other things, but UTV focused. So like razors and whatever Can-Ams and things like that, parts. And he's got like state-of-the-art tools to make stuff. And we're gonna go over there to check it out. Because we might be able to use some of those things to build the Volvo Razor.
Have we announced the name on that yet?
I think we might have mentioned it, and I'm okay mentioning it. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
So
kind of goes along with the Restorer and Sustainer type thing.
Yeah.
Born Again.
And being that our first car that we built on the channel is called Born Again. That's the 49 Ford on a BMW chassis, and it's born again because it's an old car born again as a new car, but it's also just the same thing that Jesus gives new life and makes you a new person, so you're born again as a new person. And then so the new Volvo project that we're going to be working on hopefully soon here, as soon as I find a Razor for it that's going to be suitable, we're putting an old 59 Volvo on a modern Polaris Razor 1000, hopefully a Turbo S with long travel, and we want to call it Razor-rected, RZR-rected. Razor-rected.
Yeah.
So
I like it.
Because we're resurrecting an old Volvo.
Yes.
Just like Jesus was resurrected.
Yep.
So that's kind of what our channel is about, you guys. We try to provide good family-friendly content. And we want to give God glory in whatever we do. This, our work, our life, our families, all the things that we do out there.
Check out our Instagram page. We have all kinds of stuff, whether it's car shows we've been to, cars we're working on. Each of us works on our own stuff too. Like you saw with the Restorer, I'm restoring my daughter's van, getting ready to put a paint job on that. So just a smattering of everything. Motorcycle rides, razor rides, fun stuff too.
Yep, that's right. And we're on Facebook as well.
Yeah.
And we cover some different kinds of things out there on YouTube. We do interviews with other builders with cars that we align with, and so there's some good content there. And then we'll do some show coverage from time to time, some more noteworthy shows. Actually, there is a show coming to town here. It's Modded Culture. We're going to be out at that event. That's a really cool event. You should definitely make it out to that now that it's in Tucson.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it's coming in February. So
probably the weekend of
do that.
My luck.
Probably. But all right, guys. Well, that's it. We're going to wrap it up for us. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys leave comments and like and do all that good stuff so that we can keep this going and have fun. And I think we're going to have some guests on too this year. We're going to bring guests on and we're going to do some cool stuff there.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
See you.